welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy and I'm so happy to have you here today. I'm taking part in the Global Monthly Video Hop this month, and this month's theme is only for men, so it's a masculine theme, which is fantastic. So our group is a group of Stampin' Up demonstrators from around the world. We get together every single month and we have a lot of fun with our different themes. So for this month's theme, let me show you this card that I've created. It is this one here. It is so sweet. I love it. I do have a picture over on my blog of the for the inspiration that I received to make this card, so go over to my blog and check that one out as well. And yeah, let's get started. All the supplies and the measurements for this card can be seen over my blog. There is a link to that blog post in the description of this video. There's also clickable links to purchase any of the products that I'm using for this card in the description of this video. So I really love this card. I actually created this for my dad's birthday. It's very elegant, and head over to my blog because you'll see the inspiration which gave me this card. There is a picture over there of an inspirational photo. Okay, so we have basic white in our thick card base, and I'm using soft suede card to create the jacket. Now we're also popping it through the subtle embossing folder, which gives it really great texture. It looks really good. Now as I pop these through, there is quite a few pieces of the jacket that I've used, and I just found that it needed a little bit of extra dimension, and the only way to do that really was to use a few layers of cardstock. So I've got a couple of different layers there, and we're running both through. We also have, okay, so let me bring out some of the other things. So I'm going to bring out all the die cuts, and this set, the Handsomely Suited bundle, is carrying over to the annual catalogue, so that's really great. I haven't had a chance to play with it as much as I'd like, so I'm looking forward that it's sticking around, so I'm going to get much more use out of it. So we have gold foil, which is not sticking around with the new annual catalogue, so if you don't already have some gold foil, please make sure that you get some now, because it comes in handy at Christmas time. Okay, so we're just doing a quick little bit of die cutting here. I need a little bit more another run through of the buttons, because we need a few. Now what I'm popping that piece of cardstock over the top is just to try and stop the cutting plates, which are badly affected, ruining the top of the gold foil. It did help a little bit. We're going to start assembling, or partly assembling, the card. So I'm going to glue with liquid adhesive that main part of the soft suede cardstock down to our card base. Then we're going to bring in a sponge dauber and some soft suede ink, and we're just going to create a little bit of sponging on the outside, just to create those extra, I don't know, I just think the sponging looks really nice on the jacket. It just doesn't make it look so new. That probably makes more sense. So also on that second piece, we've gone around with the sponging and the collar as well. Now we're going to work on our little pockets here, and this piece measures 1 1/4 by 2 inches, and we're going to cut at 1/2 inch, so we need 4 all up. Now these are all been run through the subtle embossing folder, so they have that nice detailed design there. I'm sponging 2 of them because we're going to glue 2 together, so it pops up a little bit, but without popping dimensionals underneath, if that makes sense. So I'm just lining my cardstock piece down, and the collar piece, I'm popping a few buttons down, because that second button, or that middle button, is where our gold fob watch chain's actually going to come from. So I'm just marking that where the middle button is going, using my foam mat and piercing tool. But if you don't have a piercing tool, you can use your pick tool that has a piercing tool attachment to it. So I'm using the twine that is actually from the Forever Greenery Trim Combo. Now this is retiring, but don't fear, because in the new annual catalogue there is a new gold and silver trim coming out, so you'll be able to use that if you don't have this one. So I've just attached it on the back of that piece with tear and tape. I'm securing that button down with liquid adhesive, and then we're just going to create that little gold fob, attaching it to the back of that the pocket there. So if you're in need of any of the supplies that I've used to make today's card, or to make any other card, and you're living in Australia, would like a demonstrator to purchase off, you can do so in my online store. Use the hostess code for this month, and not only will I send you a handmade card, you'll get a bundle tutorial that's full of great ideas and inspiration. So it's a real worthwhile thing to have. So I'm just gluing down our pieces. So I have my collar, and then the inside of our shirt is in basic white. And I've just got a little bit of overhang there I'm chopping off. So now I'm going to attach my other buttons, and I'm using my Take My Pick tool here to pick up the buttons. It just makes it a little bit easier. And to create the pockets, we're just gluing two of those bits that we've cut together to create a little bit of extra dimension to the pocket. So I'm arranging my twine there to make it look like a fob watch. Has got a nice little kink to it, and I'm going to glue to the back with some tear and tape. The great thing of the tear and tape is once you've popped it down, it's not going to go anywhere, so you know that it's secured really well. So we're also going to attach those two little buttons to our pocket. This just creates it all to be uniform together. So we have our bow there with mini dimensionals that I'm just going to pop onto that little collar piece, and then we're using dimensionals again to pop that up. So it's a pretty simple card. It's a lot of die cutting, but it looks so sweet, and I really hope that my dad likes it for his birthday. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's card. This is actually a card that I made for my dad's birthday, so hopefully he loves it. I'll be back with another video really soon, so if you haven't hit subscribe, please do that. If you're in need of any stamping supplies here and you live in Australia, you can shop in my online store, and I have a great loyalty program for you. And yeah, I'll be back with another video really soon. Bye-bye.
Are you hearing my words I'm saying to you? 'Cause I'm looking in your eyes.